How's it going? I hope you're having a good morning or good evening or whenever you're watching this. I hope you're having a good day. So a couple of days ago I did that taco eating contest, which was the first official eating contest I've ever done. So I've done a ton of food challenges at restaurants, but that was the first time I was competing against other people. So it was pretty exciting for me. And I wanted to let you guys know what the recovery period afterwards, and I wanted to let you guys know what the recovery period afterwards looks like. I'm not always eating 46 tacos for every single lunch and every single dinner, of course. So I made myself a gigantic salad. This is a ton of bulk, not a ton of calories. I'll show you guys what went into it. Well, I started with that base of spinach leaves. Using those bags of vegetables are just super convenient. That particular brand happens to be pre-washed, so you can just dump it in and get going. Now second, I use shirataki noodles. That just adds extra bulk to it, so I'm able to eat a little bit more, feel a little bit more satisfied without adding many calories at all. I'm not really brand loyal when it comes to shirataki noodles, but these ones, Nasoya, just happen to be really convenient. They happen to be fairly cheap, not too expensive. Now on top of that, I added some onion and garlic powder just because those things are pretty dang good. That salt that I use is a pink Himalayan salt. It has lots of trace minerals in it, so it gives me a good balance. Now one thing about those tacos is they didn't have a ton of salt on them, so I'm not too worried about like water retention and trying to cut back on my salt intake in the next couple of days. So that's why I'm adding some salt on top of this. Now I've got that combination of black pepper and turmeric. Now turmeric is an excellent spice for anybody who exercises regularly. It's commonly used in like curries, and it's found in yellow mustard, so it's not a super exotic spice or anything. It's not super expensive, but it does earthy taste, so if you're not used to it, you might not like it too much. Turmeric combined with black pepper has this great 1-2 combo where it's really absorbable, it gets into your system really fast, and it helps beat down inflammation. It's antimicrobial, antibacterial. It's really great for improving your health, especially after you put your body through the ringer, these kinds of things. Ever since I started eating turmeric regularly, I've noticed that my body is able to recover and bounce back from heavy exercise sessions much more quickly. And of course I have fats on top of that. I'm going to use a little bit of flax oil just straight on top of this salad. That's going to be the majority of the calories because the vitamins and minerals in the spinach are better absorbed when you have it with fat. A lot of those vitamins are fat soluble. And lastly, I'm going to put some powdered peanut butter on top because I really like peanut butter, and having a full fat peanut butter right now just isn't something I'm terribly interested in. Now you'll notice that there aren't too many calories in here. There is no main protein, no carb on top, no healthy carbohydrate. And the real reason for that is because those tacos were primarily carbohydrate and protein. Not a whole lot of fat on those tacos. That's why I'm not shying away from the fat in this giant salad. But each one of those tacos was 2 little tortillas and a little bit of meat, like a little bit of beef or chicken on top, with some cilantro and some raw onions. Now there's a time and place to go out of your way to get extra protein, to really amp up a salad with a chopped up egg or a can of tuna or something like that. But after eating 46 beef and chicken tacos is not the time when you need to go out of your way to get protein. So that's why I'm not worrying about protein right now. Just going with the healthy fats, the vitamins, going pretty light on the calories because I think it's going to be a little while before I'm feeling really hungry again. So I'm not specifically going out of my way to deprive myself of calories. I'm just kind of eating whatever my body tells me that it wants to eat. I'm just eating the things that I think are healthy and that are going to help me out. And one thing that I am going out of my way to do, though, is to avoid a ton of protein. Because the human body is not really very good at digesting protein. So when you do fill it up with a ton of meat or some other source of protein like that, then it tends to get bogged down in your digestive system and it makes you feel really slow and really sluggish. Like I've noticed for the last day and a half or so, I felt really tired. It's been difficult to get out of bed in the morning. It's hard to motivate myself to go work out. And I figure that's gonna pass in a day or two and I'm gonna get more of my energy back once most of this stuff that I jammed into my system is flushed out and gone. Now those tacos did have a little bit of seasoning on them, but they really weren't overly salted. Now if they were salted, then I would have obviously avoided putting salt into my food, and I would be walking around with just a jug of water, trying to drink as much as I can. But because they weren't overly salted, I am drinking a little bit more water than normal, than I typically would, but I'm not going out of my way to drink as much as possible. So I hope you guys found that informative. This is the kind of stuff that I do when I'm not eating giant amounts of calories, when I'm just eating to maintain on a daily basis. I do love myself big piles of dark leafy greens. I know that you guys see me eat candy and donuts and all kinds of crazy stuff, and I'm gonna tell you, when the camera's off, the food really isn't that exciting. I just eat plain old healthy foods that are good for my body. So until next time, you guys take it easy, peace out, and do something good for your body.